Hello viewers, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I wanted to do a reading today. One of my viewers said, could you please ask Spirit if the shutdown will lead to Donald Trump's removal from office? So I want to look at that, and I also want to have a look at where Mueller is, because that's the next thing that keeps coming forward after we talk about Trump is where's Mueller? So let's have a look at whether the shutdown will lead to Donald Trump's removal from office. Whether the shutdown will lead to Donald Trump's removal from office. Lead will cause, because I think it's all mounting up. Whether the shutdown will cause Donald Trump to be removed from office. Will the government shutdown cause Donald Trump to be removed from office? Interesting question. I think very pertinent question. Okay, it's all around the money here. It is the workers that are being affected, which are front and centre to this situation. And this is about the need to provide. This is about the need to ensure that the government continues to provide for the people that it serves. And what is happening now is that it's causing great harm and great difficulty. This is someone who is just hanging on. This is someone who's carrying a heavy load, and at any time, any of these sticks can fall and the load will be lost. Okay, so this is a tenuous situation, and we've got the emotion rising here. We've got it both flowing out, and we've got it really coming in and flowing around this shutdown. People are getting increasingly angry. I saw Senator Bennett give a impassioned speech from the floor when those two bills were debated and of course defeated, talking about he was actually yelling, and he was impassioned about the Republicans holding people to ransom through shutting down the government. The emotions are rising and flowing. It's getting increasingly hard under the circumstances to keep the government shut. And we've got things happening quickly. Now, this is interesting, strongly and quickly to aid these workers. There could be a breakthrough, people. That's what I'm seeing. There could be a breakthrough. Now, let's keep going. I've just got a message coming through, which I will just answer, pardon me, but it's quite important. Okay, so we've got the stability and the truth coming out. Now, it's almost as if there's going to be such an upswell of, I guess, support to reopen the government that you know, it's almost like people are going to do the right thing at some point in time. They're going to do the right thing. And we've got Trump here, and the emotion is coming forward against Trump. His support is dwindling. This is not a good situation for him. The anger is rising. His supporters are leaving him. This is, you know, for it's a thumbs down for what he's done. Okay, it's a huge thumbs down for what he's done. Will it lead to him being removed from office? Okay, and we've got this, you know, mirroring the workers here and the financial situation. It's not just the workers who are going out without pay. It's everyone that relies on the government. We've got it affecting everyone, small business, farmers, you name it. This is almost the harvest is withering on the vine here. It's costing, and it's costing big time. And there's going to be a working together in some way to reopen that government. So we've got, if you look at these two cards, we've got disappointment here, but then we've got the hard work needed to reopen the government. So this reading is showing that it won't directly cause him to be taken out of office. people, the powers that be aren't going to march in and remove him from office. However, his support for keeping the government shut is eroding. It's eroding, and as a result, what is going to happen is that some action is going to be coming forward fairly strongly and fairly soon in relation to Donald Trump. Now, I've got some thoughts on that. Is that or some intuition that's been unfolding? Is that because the GOP is going to pass a bill that he won't sign? Are they going to override his veto, or is that because Mueller is going to bring something down and really the government will be opened as a matter of course because the GOP will be working really just opening that government up. In other words, his authority will be usurped. So they're I guess quite complex situations to unfold. So we'll break it down and just ask, is the GOP going to work with the Democrats to open the government? Let's just put it like that. The Republicans in the Congress going to work with the Democrats in the Congress to reopen the government. Is the Republican and the Democrats, are they going to work together to reopen the government? So we've got this really the multiple choices here. This is really just around the gravity of the situation. Gravity of the situation here. And we've got the King of Pentacles, the gravity of the situation surrounding Donald Trump. And we've got, in some way, him being, this is celebrations, homecomings, the situation resolving. We've got really something's going to occur. It's not because of the shutdown, but it's not as a direct result of the shutdown, but it is in a way indirectly because of the shutdown. The shutdown's the last straw really that broke the camel's back, if you like. And we've got retreat. So there will be some kind of retreat on behalf, I think it's the Republicans who are retreating. And we've got the King of Cups coming forward as really the healing coming into this situation. So rather than it being Donald Trump, there's going to be another authority that is far larger than Trump's. It's almost like the benign healer supporter is the benign king is coming forward here to try and get this government open again. And there is some kind of monetary news coming forward here. So it may be that the GOP and the Democrats have access to just how critical the shutdown is actually transpiring. So there is retreat on behalf of someone. This reading is showing that the GOP aren't going to necessarily come together with the Republicans to reopen the government. There is going to be retreat there on behalf of the Republicans in some way. Now, why would they retreat? Why would they do that? Or is it Donald Trump retreating, coming up with some other plan to open the government? Something's going to occur. Is it Mueller coming forward? Okay, will Trump come up with some sort of plan to reopen the government, save face? Will he just retreat? Is it Trump who's retreating? Let's have a look. Will Trump retreat? Will Trump retreat and reopen the government? Okay, we've got him coming up straight away. Okay, right. Okay, this was my intuition. There is ruin, chaos coming down on Donald Trump's head. We've got Mueller coming forward here. Okay, so it looks like something's going to be about to drop. on Mueller. This is the card of strong, quick action coming forward in relation to the Donald Trump. You're going to know about it because this is the communications. Okay, this is in relation to. I think it is in relation to Russia, the Moscow, the Trump Tower meeting. And we've got celebrations in the streets. Okay, now, wow, this reading is quite strong. What I'm seeing here is potentially something coming forward with Mueller that will cause the Trump and the GOP to retreat and reopen that government. Now, and this is where I think my viewer's question was coming from. It was around where is Mueller? Where is Mueller? And this is where we started with this reading. So just for clarity here, I'm going to ask, is Mueller going to bring something forward? Doesn't necessarily mean Donald Trump will be out of power. It just means that government on the huge significance of what might come forward, that news that might come forward, might be enough to simply for the GOP to retreat and just reopen the government. If Mueller were to come out and say, well, hang on, you've got a Russian agent as the president who's shut down the American government, who's doing this, then those senators would retreat and would get together with the Democrats to reopen the government. So let's ask, is Mueller bringing forward some huge bombshell that will affect the opening, which will lead indirectly to the opening of the American government again? Is Mueller coming forward with some huge bombshell? Mueller coming forward with some huge, I think, just got the feeling something big's about to happen. So we've got the new beginnings, okay? So whatever's coming forward, and we've got judgment. Wow, okay, wow, and we've got getting the government opened again. The ending of something and the beginning of something else. That's directly new beginnings, endings. We've got the Knight of Swords, which is this freedom and the truth, mirroring the Judgment card. And we've got celebrations in the streets. Potentially breaking the impasse. Judgment around the rivalries and obstacles here that were actually deliberately created by Trump, the smoke screens. We've got the Sword of Truth coming forward, really mirroring Donald Trump's ending. I think Mueller's going to bring something forward. It's a complex situation. Mueller's bringing something forward. That's what this reading is showing. Whether or not it will instantly reopen the government is another matter. Pardon me. However, what it's showing is that that in time, obviously it will lead to Donald Trump's removal from office eventually, or him resigning is what I saw. But I still feel there's a way to go. There's a way to go yet. So we really just need to take it one step at a time. The question the viewer asked was, will the shutdown of the government lead to Donald Trump's removal from office? Not yet. Indirectly, yes. What will lead to Donald Trump's removal from office is the Mueller investigation coming forward. I feel with all those major arcanas coming forward there, you saw them, that Mueller is going to, or in some ways there is going to be something coming forward that will lead to Donald Trump's removal from office. Although the process of removing him, the process of forcing him to go will take some more time, okay? But I do see there's some glimmer of hope for the reopening of the government. Now, I got that Four of Swords, which is the retreat card. So it could be that the GOP just is in retreat and somehow they come together with the Democratic senators and Congress and House to get the government reopened as a matter of urgency, because the news that's coming forward is quite shocking. So we'll leave it there. My feeling is that something is coming forward. Am I right? I hope so. But the timing on this is very hard to pinpoint. Very hard to pinpoint. But anyway, I'll leave that with you, viewers. That's what I'm seeing today.